Let's watch Jessica Tarlov, the lone liberal on Fox News The Five, discussing with her MAGA co-host the final breaths of this election cycle and discussing what could happen on election night and what that could mean for the country. And as always, we'll be back with the context needed. Hey you! Yes, you! Did you know we have memberships for as low as $3 a month? You can help the channel grow, reach new heights, and help protect democracy. And you get a long list of exclusive perks, from members-only polls to getting my videos early. The link is always in the description of every video. If you want, go ahead and check that out. And thank you guys.
She really does want to look back because she wants to go back to Roe versus Wade. How's that for an opening?
A lot of people want to go back to those protections, and that might be the Republicans' undoing tomorrow when people go to the polls. Jesse.
It could be. What do I know?
Very little.
Walked right into that one.
Totally. Open door.
Just like your border policy. Ooh, walked right back into that one.
This has to be one of those jokes that literally only hits in right-wing circles. Like, we do not have an open border. We've never had an open border. I think half the people who say that we have an open border probably doesn't know what an open border is. The question I would ask is literally name the Biden policy that opened the border. Didn't happen, right? People will be like, well, he overturned HR 2. Well, border crossing started to spike when HR 2 was in, and not only in 2019, but again in 2020 before Trump started to leave. So was the border open then when it started to spike? And nobody can ever coherently answer this question. That's because it's a lie, right? So saying that now when border crossings are below the levels they were when Trump left office is kind of silly anyhow, just gives the game away, right? But returning to Roe v. Wade is a bare minimum that is needed to protect women. And it is something that the majority of Americans want as well. I mean, you can look in any opinion poll on the matter, and you can just look by when abortion is on the ballot, abortion wins every single time. Not a single ballot referendum has destroyed women's rights for reproductive rights. Republicans are the extreme radicals on this issue. They are not where America is on this issue. It came back to bite them in 2022, and I think it'll come back to bite Trump in 2024.
She says she's not going back. What is she not going back to?
I just told you. She's not going, we're not going back to when Donald Trump was president. We're not going back to the chaos of it. He was unfit to be president. Those things actually do resonate.
To 2 years ago?
She is right now plus 10 on bringing the country together. That comes from somewhere. She's plus 9 on looking out for the middle class. These are all things that can help her on election day when you have a double hater, for instance, that shows up at the polls and says, you know what, I think Kamala Harris actually cares about people like me, whereas I think Donald Trump cares about the interests of people like him, i.e., rich people.
Dude,
so
gross.
I hate the rich.
Exactly. I mean, there are plenty of parameters in which Kamala represents turning the page, from the division, from the chaos, the ignorance, the lack of professionalism, the destruction of democracy, the institution and normalization of fascism. She turns the page on all of these while representing the middle class and polling as the better option for them, for representing hope and polling as the better option for it, for representing respect towards marginalized groups, the humanization of immigrants, not the dehumanization that Trump represents. And these are constituencies that will be moved to vote like never before, and that Trump will never appeal to even close to the level that Kamala does. And she does so while having a larger gap in her lead among women than she trails among men. These are the kind of divides that could end up deciding the election, all things considered.
That the Republican side would probably be happier if Donald Trump was closing on his economic message. You say, I don't know what Kamala stands for. Watch her closing ad. It leads with, the price gouging, going after that, lowering prescription drug prices, protecting your Social Security and your Medicare. Those are all strong messages that are motivating voters.
Kamala is objectively ending on a much stronger message than Trump. Now, of course, only time will tell how much that matters, right? But Republicans' closing week has been about trans people and why they hate Kamala. Kamala's closing week has been about how she'll provide opportunity, her plans to fix problems that people are facing, and what of yours that she will protect. And that right there should give the game away about what each side wants, what they're focusing on in the last moments, who's fighting for you and who's doing it for themselves. Republicans provide no solutions. They have no policy positions. It's all about attacking marginalized groups and demonizing the other side. So then by comparison, you look better. If you're the non-demonized group, who cares if you have policies, right? Which is why, if they are to win, it creates this permanent sense of division in America. I fear scary scenarios for multiple groups of people, Haitians, immigrants in general, women, trans children, and an America that I, for one, would not want to be a part of, to be honest. So let's hope the good guys win. Let's hope that they take the Congress as well so they can get all the things they want to get done. And let's start looking towards the future once and for all. If you enjoyed this video, we're Social Society. We're a commentary channel influenced by politics, society, and the economy. We are pretty left-leaning on this channel, but we're open to our right-wingers as well. The biggest thing here is having conversations that get everyone to the bottom of the truth. If that sounds like something that could interest you, consider smashing that subscribe button, leaving us a like, or even commenting on this video. We even have memberships available as low as $3 if you'd like to support, because the only way we become a society is together. Peace.